I am not a body. I am free. You are not a body. You are free. Welcome, fam. Welcome. We are here going to be studying lesson 199 today of A Course in Miracles. This lesson, as you heard, is pretty self-explanatory, so there is no pre-dialogue we need to have about this lesson, but just know that it is a very enlightening and powerful one. We are going to dive straight in today. Go ahead and open up to lesson 199 if you're not there already. And if you don't got the book, the PDF will be provided in the description. Let's go ahead and begin. Lesson 199. We are not a body. We are free. Freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. Powerful and common sense. One more time. Freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. The body is a limit. Who would seek for freedom in a body looks for it where it cannot be found. The mind can be made free when it no longer sees itself as in a body, firmly tied to it and sheltered by its presence. If this were the truth, the mind were vulnerable. Indeed. Powerful. So the fact that we believe that we are this body is why we believe that we are limited. Me and you are the only reason that we have limits, because we impose them on ourselves. But if we were to stop doing that, we would be limitless, because we are not the body. We are spirit, we are free, we are as God created us, and God only creates like himself, meaning God creates changeless, eternal, infinite, forever lasting. We are all of those attributes, because so is God, and God cannot create what he is not, because God creates through extending his being, meaning we are all of those attributes. We are free, we are limitless, we are powerful, we are creators, we are one, we are here, we are forever limitless. We could keep repeating that all day, because it definitely needs some repeating, because for the most part we don't know that. We don't even believe that sometimes, because we get so caught up in believing that we are this tiny little body, this tiny little self-image with these successes and these failures and this occupation, and we know these people and we're experiencing these things, and we believe that that is who we are, that tiny little self-image that we've been calling the ego, that we made apart from God. We made this self-image, we believed that it was us, and it took on a mind of its own. And now us being here in the presence of the truth that we are not a body and we are free is reminding us of who we really are. And one more thing that I do want to mention before we continue is that although the words are in plain sight right here stating I am not a body, I am free, those words are conveying an idea that you must experience in order to feel the fullness of that idea. Someone could read those words and they could still not be feeling the way we're feeling right now. And even us, whenever we are in a vicinity that is further from what we're experiencing now, meaning right now we're experiencing love, light, we're experiencing the joy that is here right now, because that is all that is here right now is love. Whenever we're experiencing anything less than that, it is one, because we are believing that we're the body, whether we're saying that or even aware of it consciously or not. We are believing that we are the body. We are believing that we are this tiny little self-image that we made apart from God. We are believing in limitations. We are believing that we are limited. And if we were to read words like this, I am not a body, I am free, it's going to be meaningless to us, because they just look like words. And we are so far from truth that that's not going to make no sense, because that statement, I am not a body, I am free, is a statement that's a very high frequency, because it is truth. And whenever you're far from truth, you can't jump to that awareness. So although you could read the words, it's not going to give you the experience, because although the experience is there, you can't experience it, because you're so far from that vibrational place of receiving thoughts around that frequency. You're so far from that, it's going to gradually take you time from, not even time, that is also an inaccurate way of saying that, but it's going to take you altering your awareness from lack to the infiniteness that you are. So let's go ahead and understand that although we may be experiencing the fullness of who we really are right now, and we know and we're experiencing that we're not a body and we are free, we have to remember that whenever we do fall asleep in the dream and we are believing in lack, that must also mean that we are believing that we are these bodies, because if we didn't believe we were these bodies, we would know that we are free. Whenever you believe that you're a body, your mind believes that it is trapped and contained in this body, which is a limited thing. Therefore, the mind is also limited, which it is not, because the mind is as limitless as God is. So let's remember this, and this is very important to remember, because this is the tool that we are going to use to wake ourselves up whenever we are in the world of illusion, whenever we are experiencing lack or doubt or worry or fear or whatever form of illusion you may be experiencing on a consistent basis, or even not a consistent basis, but you're experiencing it for whatever reason. This is a tool, our 199th tool, that we can use to remember and wake up and allow ourselves to move in the direction of truth rather than continue to move in the direction of fear. There's only two options for us to choose between at any given moment in time. One is truth, one is fear. One is there, one is really not there. One is love, one is fear. One is real, one is false. One is present, one is not even there to begin with. There's a lot of different ways that we could say this, but I'm sure we understand that every single moment in time we're making a decision, whether we're aware of it or not, because we cannot stand still, we cannot be neutral. We are saying yes to something, whether that is yes to truth or yes to illusion. And whatever you're saying yes to, you're saying no to the other thing. Meaning, if I say yes to believing I am a body, I'm saying no to believing and knowing that I am free. And whenever I say yes to believing that I am free, I say no to believing that I am a body. So you have to remember what is it that I'm choosing, because what I'm choosing right now, I'm saying no to something else. So it is very important for us to remember to say yes to the things that we want and desire, because whenever we are saying yes to what we don't want, we are saying no to what we do want. Whenever we are focused and our mind is on the lack of what we want, we are giving our attention to what we don't want. We are giving our attention to the lack of what we want. We are giving our attention to essentially what we do not want. Therefore, we're saying yes to what we do not want. Although we're not saying yes, although we're saying, no, I don't want this thing that seems so bad and terrible, your attention to it is what is saying yes. Your attention to this situation or circumstance or event that you would not like to experience is going to be the reason why you do experience it, because all of your life force is flowing in that direction. So you're virtually saying no to what you do want, and you're saying yes to what you don't want. It's very important to understand that this is what's going on at all moments in time, and we can speak this in thousands of different of ways, as long as we get it through our head that we're choosing all the time. We are always choosing. Like we discussed yesterday, we are the source of our life, and we have chosen everything that we experience, whether we chose it deliberately or we chose it on autopilot. And most of the time, our autopilot is negative, because this entire world is dominated by a thought system that is 180 degrees away from truth, away from love. Therefore, everyone's autopilot is, let's just say, negative. Everyone's autopilot is fear. We have to remember that most likely our autopilot is fear. And what me and you are in the process of doing is using repetition of truth and love and light and of truth. So that way we hear this so many times that this becomes our new autopilot, our new way of thinking on autopilot, our new way of thinking without even thinking, because it just happens, because this is just how things work. It is our default. Love is our default. Happiness, joy, freedom is our default. Right now, we still got some work to do. We still have some limiting beliefs that we have to undo in order to make this our natural state of being. And the funny thing is that this is our natural state of being. If we were not doing anything to stop ourselves from experiencing this, we would be experiencing love all the time. Meaning, whenever you're not experiencing the state of mind that we're in right now, you're doing something to hinder you from being in your natural state of being. because love is who you are. You are not a body. You are free. You are a spirit. You are as God created you, and love created you loving. Love created you lovely. Love created you as love. So you are love. So when you're in love, in this state of mind of love, you are in your natural state of mind. So whenever you are actually experiencing fear, you're in a state of mind that is not really there. You're in a state of mind that is unnatural. And we've practiced that for so long that it is our new natural. And what me and you are here to do now is to see that we've been thinking insanely our entire life, and we're doing something about reverting and returning to who we really are and making that our dominant program, our default, our set point. The mind that serves the Holy Spirit is unlimited forever, in all ways, beyond the laws of time and space, unbound by any preconceptions, and with strength and power to do whatever it is asked. Attack thoughts cannot enter such a mind because it has been given to the source of love, and fear can never enter in a mind that has attached itself to love. Meaning, if you haven't attached yourself to love, to God, you're going to experience fear. And if you have attached yourself to love, no shred of evidence of fear can enter your mind, because you have attached yourself to the source of who you really are, which is love. This is some powerful material we're studying right now, because we're understanding that any single speck of fear is showing you that there is some cleaning up you have to do. There's some vibrational cleaning you got to do in your mind. There is some stuff that you have to really pay attention to and look at and forgive in order to return to the state of mind of oneness. It rests in God, and who can be afraid who lives in innocence and only loves? It is essential for your progress in this course that you accept today's idea and hold it very dear. Be not concerned that to the ego it is quite insane. The ego holds the body dear because it dwells in it and lives united with the home that it has made. It is a part of the illusion that has sheltered it from being found illusory itself. Powerful. We've discussed this whole paragraph right here at length in previous lessons, so we're not going to do it right now, but that was a very powerful paragraph and worthy of being highlighted. Here does it hide, and here it can be seen as what it is. Declare your innocence and you are free. The body disappears because you have no need of it except the need the Holy Spirit sees. For this, the body will appear as useful form for what the mind must do. It thus becomes a vehicle which helps forgiveness be extended to the all-inclusive goal that it must reach, according to God's plan. Cherish today's idea and practice it today and every day. Make it a part of every practice period you take. There is no thought that will not gain thereby in power to help the world, and none which will not gain in added gifts to you as well. We sound the call of freedom round the world with this idea, and would you be exempt from the acceptance of the gifts you give? The Holy Spirit is the home of minds that seek for freedom. In Him they have found what they have sought. The body's purpose now is unambiguous, and it becomes perfect in the ability to serve an undivided goal. In conflict-free and unequivocal response to mind, with but the thought of freedom as its goal, the body serves its purpose well. Without the power to enslave, it is a worthy servant of freedom, which the mind within the Holy Spirit seeks. Be free today, and carry freedom as your gift to those who still believe they are enslaved within a body. Be you free, so that the Holy Spirit can make use of your escape from bondage to set free the many who have perceived themselves as bound and helpless and afraid. Let your love replace their fears through you. Accept salvation now, and give your mind to Him who calls to you to make this gift to Him. For he would give you perfect freedom, perfect joy, and hope that finds its full accomplishment in God. You are God's Son. In immortality you live forever. Would you not return your mind to this? That's a powerful word. Return. We have to return our mind to the state of mind, because this is what it was once before we forgot who we were. And we're finally returning to the awareness that this is who we are and have always been and forever will be. Then practice well the thought the Holy Spirit gives you for today. Your brothers stand released with you in it. The world is blessed along with you. God's Son will weep no more, and heaven offers thanks for the increase of joy your practice brings even to it. And God Himself extends His love and happiness each time you say, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. 2 more times. You are not a body, you are free. You hear the voice that God has given you, and it is only this your mind obeys. 1 more time. We are not a body, we are free. We hear the voice that God has given us, and it is only this our mind obeys. And that was the end of lesson 199. This was a very powerful lesson that does not need extensive dialogue, because it means exactly what it says. We are not a body, we are free. Now, let's go ahead and put a pause right here. Let's remain in this awareness all throughout the day, and if we forget, let's come back here and return to the state of mind. And let's understand that if we are reading this together, it is much more powerful if you are only listening to me speak it. So next time, if you are not reading, make sure to read this with me, because you will be receiving much more of an impact by looking at these words and allowing these words to be absorbed in your mind and focusing all your attention on these words. It will allow you to reach a state of mind so much higher than where you may be right now, although it may be very high where you're at right now. If you were listening and focused on the actual meaning and intention that the words are conveying, you will be in such a state that is hard for something or someone to knock you out of. So we are not a body, we are free. Let's remain aware of who we really are, which is who God created. We are spirit. We are not our accomplishments. We are not our successes. We are not our failures. We are not the body. We are not our occupation, the people we know, the people we love, the people we don't like, the money in our bank account, the car we have or don't have, the material possessions, the whatever it is that your mind is preoccupied with on a consistent basis. We have to really be aware that those things are not as meaningful as we make them out to be. And the only way we can replace our attention from one thing is to give our attention to another. So giving our attention to these tools that we have been given for the past 199 days is something very beneficial for us to be giving our attention to, because when we say yes to what's on the page, we're saying no to all of the irrelevant stuff that is causing us to be in fear if it were not for us being in this state of mind. So let's pause right there. There's a lot more that could be said, but there's no need for it, because I'm sure we're on the same page. We are going to meet here again for tomorrow for lesson 100. For lesson actually 200. We are on lesson 200. And one more thing before we do go our separate ways. Can you believe that we are going to be on lesson 200 tomorrow? It's been 200 days since me and you have been in each other's presence, awakened, enlightened, in love, and in the state of mind of who we really are. We have made it a very long way. We are a little more than halfway done with this journey together. We have about, after tomorrow or starting tomorrow, 165 days to go until we complete the workbook for students of A Course in Miracles, and we will just be changed forever from the inside out. Our entire life will have been transformed because our entire mind has been transformed. We have reawoken to the fact of who we really are, and we've practiced that for 365 days straight it will be whenever we reach the last lesson, that all of that repetition that we've done, all of these hours of studying that me and you have done together will all have paid off, because now this will be the dominant state of mind that we have entered. Our thoughts on a normal basis will be thoughts of this nature, because we've thought them for so long that it is a habit to think out of love. It is a habit to think out of abundance. It is a habit to think, period, because whenever you are in fear, you can't really consider that thinking, because nothing's going on. You're hallucinating because you're seeing something that's not there. So me and you are in the process of accomplishing a state of mind which is just so powerful, because it does take determination to get here, especially if you've believed the complete opposite of what we're studying here for a very long period of time. We have made it a very long way. Tomorrow, lesson 200, I will see you there.